Hello and welcome to the AAJA Voices Newscast. I'm Haley Lee.
And I'm Frank Shong. First up, Maya Sugarman meets up with Tom the mechanic, a local Rivertown business owner who gave up a degree in chemical engineering at MIT for the simple joy of making something work right.
For a living, I own Rensen Mechanical Service. It's an auto repair shop. Rensen is one of the older businesses in Rivertown. Having been here for 30 years, we have people that come in whose grandfather started bringing their car here. I personally have been here since 1982. I actually came to work here, and after working here for 6 years, I bought out the previous owner. In high school, I had no interest in working on cars, and I was actually going to go to college for electrical engineering. I needed a summer job. I had a car that was broken. Heard about a shop that was good with imported cars. Took my car in there. One thing led to another, and I ended up working there for the summer. Decided that, okay, I'm going to get into this instead. So I went to school for this. Big shock to my parents. At the time that my mother died, she still had my acceptance letter from MIT. For one thing, you have the instant gratification. You have something that doesn't work right, and you make it work right. I've been doing this now altogether about 40 years, and I still enjoy doing it. I enjoy the customer contact. I don't mind fixing cars. I like doing it still.
Newspapers around the nation are struggling due to decreasing readership. What will be the next popular source of news? Lisa Lee reports that Patch, a hyper-local news source, may have the answer.
Working from her laptop at a local cafe in Los Angeles, Dan Rochelle Yumo, a freelance journalist from Studio City Patch, is focused on developing an angle for her piece. Patch, an online news site developed by AOL, was started in 2010 to report on hyperlocal news.
Hyperlocal journalism, in my head, to simplify it, is more of like you take the city's newspaper and just put it onto a website. You start off with news that's within a community. It's pretty much community news.
So how is it that Patch has been able to gain such rapid popularity?
Access, access, access. You want something that you can access with a click of a button, and that's what Patch does.
Patch has its share of challenges. Although quite popular on the East and West Coast, Patch has yet to expand to audiences in mid-America.
I'm hoping it would, but it's a different demographic. Exactly. With the East and the West, you know, it's pretty eclectic, pretty much like they like their small communities. The Midwest, I'm not sure, but hopefully it does.
The key to becoming widespread?
Engage people from the outside, and it's worked so far.
Dan Rochelle writes for Nearby Bites, a review which spotlights hole-in-the-wall restaurants around the Studio City area. One business Dan Rochelle reviewed was a restaurant that serves a special maternity salad dressing.
It's a maternity salad, and it's supposed to be for overdue pregnancies. And if you eat that salad dressing, you'll go.
Whether you're looking for a restaurant that serves maternity salad dressing or a new yoga class in your neighborhood, hyperlocal journalists like Dan Rochelle have you covered.
Next up, this Japanese sushi chef can do more than just make wraps. He can also drop the beat. Reporter Yumo Lee and I traveled to a Midtown bar to check out some local sounds.
At the daytime, I make sushi. At the nighttime, I make music. I do hip-hop.
Listen up, you become a product of your environment. Praying to see tomorrow, no thought of having retirement. The average black male with no college.
My name's Crate Digger, aka Senior Hirakawa. That's my real name. Well, I moved here summer of 95 when I was 14. I moved here because of my job. I've been working at Rolling Sushi for 4 years.
Greed and knock perception on their asses. The only way things will get better is if we make.
I gotta make a living, so you know.
This is the illest sushimi chef, as far as I'm concerned.
Our music is really like, it really sounds hip hop. So You know, we really like interesting, unique point is like, so we have 4 rappers right now: 5-Yo, Drastic, then Cyan, and DLE. I guess it's across the race or cultures, and, you know, kind of like everybody comes together. As me doing more, I feel like, you know, I mean, all that Asian kid. You know, people will recognize like, who am I? So I think at the end of the day, me being Asian kind of played out pretty well.
Not only does Detroit feature the oldest bowling center in the U.S., it is also home to the most registered bowlers, 64,000 to be exact. Noriko Shiota Slusser investigates the reason why people in Detroit bowl.
I bowl as often as I can. And it's very a stress reliever. It's good for the soul.
It's one of the oldest bowling alleys in America. It's one of the only bowling alleys right in the Midtown area, and people like to bowl. There's a lot of memories when I went to school down here. I saw some interesting concerts here. I met some famous people here, and everybody comes through here. When they come to Detroit, they want to come here too.
You know, it's not a very serious place. It's fun. It's got wood lanes. It's authentic. It's got a great atmosphere. I like it a lot. You know, I've tried leaving, haven't been able to. So.
Whatever you're going through that day, you can always get through with bowling.
Our Voices foreign correspondents share their top things to do in Detroit in Korean, Japanese, Vietnamese, and Chinese.
这里是 Michelle 给您带来的汉语播报。底特律文艺复兴中心，不论您身处底特律城市的哪个地方，这5栋外观闪亮的大楼都能抓住您的眼球。它与加拿大城市温莎隔河相望，是底特律河畔最亮丽的一道风景线。这里是通用汽车公司的全球总部，1楼展厅展览了通用汽车品牌下的时尚车型。城市标志性建筑与通用汽车的完美结合，体现了底特律汽车城的独特韵味。接下来，让我们去希腊城看一看。走进底特律的希腊城，仿佛置身于那个远在北欧的国度，眼前是古典迷人的希腊建筑，异国风情的音乐不断在耳畔回响，风味独特的希腊餐馆，丰富多彩的休闲娱乐活动，吸引了无数游客来底特律一睹希腊风采。以希腊城命名的赌场是底特律著名的3大博彩中心之一。自20世纪初，越来越多的希腊人来此定居，民风民俗保留至今，发展成了独具北欧特色的商业中心。下面请您继续收听 Noriko 带来的日语报道。
デトロイト出身のミュージシャンといえばキッドロック。その彼のパフォーマンスを今週末楽しむことができるのがコメリカパークです。マリオートホテルから徒歩約20分に位置するコメリカパークは、メジャーリーグチームデトロイトタイガースのホームスタジアムです。数々のタイガー像が出迎えてくれるこのスタジアム、来週からはミネソタツインズ、そしてクリーブランドインディアンズとの試合が予定されているので、滞在を延ばして観戦してみるのもいいですね。続いてご紹介するのは、コメリカパークに隣接するフォードフィールドです。フットボールチームデトロイトライオンズのホームスタジアムで、今週の金曜日にはオープン戦としてシンシナティ・ベンガルズとの試合が予定されています。毎週月曜日と金曜日にはスタジアムツアーができるので、普段は立ち入ることができないロッカールームの見学や選手が入場するトンネルを抜けてフィールドに立ち観客席を見渡すことなどもできます。この機会にデトロイトのスポーツスポットを訪れてみてはいかがですか。続いてはジェニファーが韓国語でリポートしてくれます。
아주 멋진 파도의 여왕이 디트로이트 강을 항해합니다. 디트로이트 프린세스 리버보트는 주말마다 캐나다와 디트로이트 배경들이 모든 분들에게 환영합니다. 1912년에 루이지애나에 태어나 걸프 오브 멕시코부터 애틀랜틱 바다를 통해 디트로이트로 오게 됐습니다. 다음 로맨틱한 저녁에는 가족과 재미있는 시간을 보내고 싶으면 디트로이트에서 탄생한 모타운 음악을 들으며 즐겨봅시다. The Jackson 5, The Supremes, Stevie Wonder, 그리고 여러 가수들이 디트로이트의 히츠빌 USA에서 음악을 연주를 시작하게 되었습니다. 베리 고디가 1959년부터 11년 동안 웨스트 그랜드 블루바드에 있는 건물을 통해 마이클 잭슨처럼 유명한 가수들을 키웠습니다. 이 스튜디오는 이제 박물관이 되어 여러분에게 모타운 음악의 깊은 역사를 공개합니다. 지금까지 Voices 이젠이었습니다.
Kính chào quý vị. Có nhiều trò chơi ở Detroit lắm. Quán ăn Traffic Jam and Snug ở đường Canfield và Cass gần trường Wayne State University. Nhà hàng này cũng là một cái nhà máy bia. Hai người chủ là vợ chồng Scott Lowell và Carolyn Howard.
We have a full bakery.
Quán ăn có nhiều món nổi tiếng giống như bia và cheese. Mỗi tháng có nhiều món mới ở trên cái menu. Traffic Jam and Snug ở Detroit từ năm 1965. Trong năm 1992, nhà máy ở đường Canfield mở cửa.
Well, that's a fermentation, yeah, that's smelling like that. Some CO2 coming.
I'm making gazpacho right now, for example. The basil, the mint, and the tomatoes are all coming from the roof.
Đồ ăn tươi rất là quan trọng cho Scott và Carolyn. Chào các bạn đến thăm Detroit. Em Phương Thảo, Kay Nguyen, reporting for AAJA Voices.
Thanks for joining us for the AAJA Voices newscast. I'm Haley Lee.
And I'm Frank Shong. Peace out, Detroit. It's time to engage.